episode of Recommendation Monday is brought to you by...
Folks, you all know the classic horror movie films like Freddy Krueger, Jason, Michael Myers, and Jigsaw. The spookiest ones that give me the nightmare creeps have got to be the Voldemort from Harry Potter, the Volturi from the Twilight, and anything with a Volt. We got a new spooky villain on the way, and he's in the collection. Let's take a spook look. Don't open it. Don't! It's from the creators of the Saw series with a new sick twist, so make sure you click the annotation and check out the trailer, or just wait for the theater version of the movie. It's November 30th. It's gonna be a spooky time.
Today is Monday, November 5th, 2012. Welcome to Recommendation Monday here on Pretty Much It, where every week we tell you guys about the movies, the video games, the music, and the comic books, because that's the way, I like it. If you have not liked us on Facebook yet, please do us a favor and click the link in the info to go to our Facebook page and click the like button. It's awesome and it really relieves stress, believe it or not. But let's get started with the movies coming out this week. The first one is a big one that's already been out in other countries, but we here in the US are just now getting it, Skyfall. I can't wait to see this. It's the new Bond movie, and I think it looks great. And another big movie out this weekend that's in limited release and will go a little wider next week is Lincoln. I've been looking forward to this since Liam Neeson was playing Abe Lincoln way back in the day, but Daniel Day-Lewis I'm sure will be amazing as well. Like I said, it is limited this week. It's playing only in major cities, and then next week it will go wider. I will remind you, don't worry. And one other small movie I'd like to let you guys know about that is releasing this week is The Comedy. I'm pretty sure it's been on demand for a while, but it is going to be in theaters starting this weekend. This, of course, is the, I guess you could call it the really dry version of Tim and Eric. But yeah, look into it before you go see it. It's not Tim and Eric like you think, although it is. I don't know. You have to look into it. It's kind of hard to explain. And that's it for the big movies coming out this week. As usual, along the bottom, as you saw already, there is a ticker of other movies coming out. Let's move on to DVDs. First of all, we've got The Pact. Wait. Hold up. I'm in the middle of editing this video right now, and unfortunately, I missed a pretty big DVD coming out this week, so I just wanted to interject. The reason I missed it is because it's not coming out on Tuesday like every other normal DVD. No, it's doing what Twilight does, and I'm always irritated by, and coming out on Friday. That movie is The Amazing Spider-Man, and I am sad to see that it is doing the Friday release because that irritates me so much, and I miss it, and I have no idea until I'm in the middle of editing, and then I have to come back in here and do this. But that's out this week on DVD, Blu-ray, 3D Blu-ray, I'm sure the whole 9 yards, and apparently it's got lots of special features like deleted scenes, which we have seen online already. But that's on DVD this week, so definitely check it out, and now back to The Pact. I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was pretty freaking tense, pretty freaking suspenseful, and I don't know if I would use the word scary, although it did scare me. It's kind of a tough one to explain because this is not a horror movie so much as it is like a suspenseful sort of thriller sort of thing. I don't know. Hard to explain, but I liked it. Check out my review by clicking the link in the info, and also check it out on DVD this week. Also out on DVD in a very timely fashion is Arthur Christmas. I can't believe it's almost Christmas season, but this kind of confirms it, I guess. Arthur Christmas is out on DVD. I did not see it, but I've heard good things. And last but not least, a movie that is actually, I think, from 2010, has been available to watch on every outlet you can imagine digitally for a long time now, but it is now going to be out on DVD, and that is With Great Power, The Stan Lee Story. I'm a big fan of Stan Lee, clearly. I'm sure many people are, so I will be checking this out, although, like I said, I could have checked it out at any time. I did not know about it, so yeah, that's a thing that's happening this week. And that's it for movies and DVDs. Now let's move on to video games with our good pal, Jake.
Hey guys, we are in the heart of the storm for video game release chaos time. The first exciting thing coming out this week, besides the big one we'll get to, is Angry Birds Star Wars. I'm into this just because Star Wars, and because Angry Birds, and because video games. So what more can you ask for with that? But of course, the big thing coming out this week is Halo 4. I know. Halo 4 looks to be awesome. It's the first Halo game not developed by Bungie. It's developed by 343 Studios, and they look like they're out with something to prove. This game looks different from the other Halos, but It looks like a lot of fun, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. To get excited, I've been following along with the Halo Forward Unto Dawn series on YouTube on Machinima's channel, and it's really awesome if you want a primer for Halo 4. So that's it for the big video game stuff this week. Let's move on over to Kevin with the music.
Hi everyone, Kevin here with your music updates for the week. Things are actually relatively quiet in the music world this week, but there are a few albums to mention. The first is Kylie Minogue's The Abbey Road Session. And of course I'm talking about the US release because it was actually released in other countries over a month ago, so just putting that out there. This is an orchestral re-release of songs that Kylie Minogue has previously put out. While I'm not a huge fan of the album, maybe you'll be a fan of it, I thought it was going to be cool when I heard about it, orchestra versions of songs. I thought, okay, maybe that'll be kind of like Vitamin String Quartet or something, like innovative like that. But upon listening to it, I don't really think it was very well executed. The next major album release is Aerosmith's Music from Another Dimension. Now, this is their 15th album released, their most recent one being in 2004. The album is not really getting great reviews, and to be honest, I probably won't give it a listen. Maybe I will, who knows. But it kind of reminds me of when U2 decided to put out an album recently, and it really did not go over very well. Now, our poll winner this week, Flyleaf's New Horizons, actually came out last week, so I'm not really sure why it was on the poll, but I'm going to mention it anyway. Flyleaf is a loosely Christian band, and this album was released right after the lead vocalist actually left the band, so it's a bit controversial right now. The album is actually getting really great reviews and was released on October 30th. Now here's Andrew with the comic section.
So this week in comics, we have Before Watchmen, Moloch #1 from DC. This wasn't one of the first Before Watchmen series that was announced with the originals. I'm a huge fan of the originals, so I'm really excited about this one. Also, Moloch has always seemed to be the only villain in the Watchmen universe, and I'm just curious to see what they do with him, and I want to know more about him because he is the only bad guy, it seems like, and I'm just curious to see what the Minutemen and what the Watchmen have actually gone up against. And this week in Vertigo Comics, we have Sweet Tooth #39. This is the second to last issue of the series. It's coming to an end. I'm really excited to see what happens. This is when Gus and Jeopard's journey comes to an end, a bloody end, as it says. I'm a huge fan of Jeff Lemire. I'm a huge fan of Sweet Tooth. If you haven't checked out Sweet Tooth, I don't know why you haven't. It's definitely one of the best indie comics that there is right now. So definitely pick up this issue and definitely check out the series in general. It's an amazing series. And finally, from Marvel, we have Deadpool #1. I am not at all a Deadpool fan. I don't think he's funny. I don't think his comic books are that good. He looks cool. That's about all I'll give him. And I'm also not really on board with the Marvel Now. But I'm curious to see how this series is handled. The guys writing it are comedy writers, if I'm not mistaken. He wrote for, I think, Mad TV and Robot Chicken. So I'm curious to see how a comedian takes on Deadpool. That's all I got for this week, and that's it for comics. And now back to Eric.
Thank you, gents. Those are your movies, DVDs, video games, music, and comic books coming out this week. Let us know what you're looking forward to. Let us know what you couldn't care less about at all. Don't forget, very, very important, guys, please, please, please don't forget to vote this week. In our polls, of course, we've got the Monday poll for next Monday. What album would you like to see Kevin feature in the Monday show? And also, of course, the Friday poll question, who would you like to see direct Star Wars Episode 7? These are the important matters you gotta vote on, guys. Your voice matters, so please do not forget to click the links down in the info to go to our Facebook page and vote in these polls. I can't think of anything else that would be worth your time voting for this week. Pretty sure this is it, so you might as well do it. That's it for this week's episode of Recommendation Monday. I will see you guys again on Friday. I hope you have a dandy week, and that's pretty much it.